University in Glassboro, New Jersey. For Game 2 of today's NJAC basketball doubleheader, the men's version of the Rowan Profs and the Ramapo Roadrunners. Joined by my partner Aiden Doherty, I'm Nick Brandt. Excited to bring you Game 2, and Aiden, the Profs are looking for some retribution. Took an overtime loss to the Roadrunners in early December. What'll it take?
It's going to take some defense, because in that game, 110-106, somebody's got to get stops in this one.
Peter Gorman will take it up for the Roadrunners wearing the black uniforms, defended by Mikey Robinson. Dribble handoff over to Corbell. Jordan Myers has top of the key, backdoor cut. Gorman deflects it high out of bounds. That'll go over to the Profs.
Yeah, Peter Gorman's a player to look out for, because in that back half of that overtime game, Peter Gorman was 6 of 7 from beyond the arc. He got hot, as it looked like the Profs were going to take the game over. Peter Gorman had other intentions.
Chris McCarron handles it for the Profs. He'll dribble handoff to Mikey Robinson. Take it over center to Key. Marcellus Ross, left wing three. No good. Rebound to Peter Gorman. McCarron defending. Gorman takes it inside with the left hand, steps back, takes over to Anthony Corbell. Puts it in his right hand, drives the basket. Underhand with the pass, he's way out of bounds. Justin Bladen, he was
way out of bounds.
Almost sold with that one. Profs take over.
He had both feet out of bounds, and I guess that's what happens when you get one of those funky passes. Kind of lose sight of where you are.
A little bit of a rush to start for the Roadrunners as McCarron takes it up the right wing for the Profs. Has Knoll down low, defended by Myers. Knowles, right corner jumper is good. Gets the Profs started. You'll be hearing a lot of his name today as the Profs go to a full court man of sorts as Corbo takes it up, jump stops in. Contested jumper from Knoll. He's deflected into his hands. Here come the Profs. Ross, baseball pass, left hand landing good.
Oh, touchdown pass by Jazeer Knoll, who's coming off back-to-back 30-point games, and you mentioned we're going to say his name a lot, and we just said his name 3 different times in that sequence of mid-range jumper, a block, a rebound, and the up-court pass. And Ramapo is not only what they're seeing, that's one of the quickest timeouts I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, Chuck McBreen is a little displeased. I know he's seen a lot in 26 years with the program. That's got to rattle him a little bit.
Indeed. Ross also had a very good game alongside Jazeer Knoll against Ramapo. They both had 30-plus in that contest. So they're picking up where they left off in that game back in December.
Ross and Knoll making sure they represent South Jersey well. Ross, a St. Joseph Academy alum, as Ramapo will take over on the baseline. Profs go to a man press here, as Knoll will have privilege of defending Anthony Corbell. Mikey Robinson will be calling for the reach-in, his first team first.
Kind of a little bit of an arm bar there. He pulled away a little bit. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah. Peter Gorman picks it up for the Roadrunners. He takes a screen. Doubled for a moment. Has Myers. Dishes it, but denied by Marcellus Ross. Here come the Profs. Knoll takes it up the left wing, crosses over. Steps inside, kicks over Robinson to McCarron. McCarron, right wing three. Is good. 7-0 Profs already, less than 2 minutes into the ball game. As Rooney will kick over to Peter Gorman. He's closely defended by Mikey Robinson. In the hands of Bladen, dribble handoff to Anthony Corbell. It's going to be the name of Ramapo's game as the corner three is off. Rebound to Rooney. Stops for a moment. Fadeaway jumper is no good. He grabs his own rebound. Goes up, contested, and scores. Roadrunners on the board.
Defense has been great from the Profs. They just allowed too many opportunities, second chances and third chances, but they've really brought defensive intensity so far.
No, baseline jumper is good. He's starting to cook already. Surprised? I don't think so.
I don't think anybody's surprised.
Best in the NJAC. As Corbell will dish over to Gorman, top of the key. Looking like Mikey Robinson will be the primary defender on Gorman. Profs sticking with the man-to-man here as Myers has it. Top of the key, dishes to Gorman. Doubled by Spivey and McCarron.
Good trap.
Kicks inside as Jordan Myers will convert. Have the +1 opportunity.
Yeah, I think Coach Brennan wanted to carry maybe. He was pleading to the referee about something when Gorman was trapped at the top near the Rowan bench. But it resulted in a nice N1. Great job by Gorman to kind of throw a nice pass in between two defenders.
Just here, no call for the foul, his first, team second, as Jordan Myers will step to the line for the Roadrunners. Myers, a 65.5% foul shooter, as he converts 9-5 Profs. Khalif Mears will handle it, swing it over to McCarron, who will push back over to Mears. Double incoming, close to the midcourt line, but he recovers, dishes to Knoll. Marcellus Ross, left wing three, is good.
Oh, that's his spot. Nice pump fake. A little bit of a step back. Defender still in his face. It's a good job by Mears to not lose possession there, as they're going to continue to trap Peter Gorman. Oh, that was a close backcourt violation.
Corbo brings it inside, kicks over to Shane Rooney. Dribble handoff-ish to Corbo. Closely defended by Khalif Mears, as he goes up with the right hand and scores.
A surprise, though, that Khalif Mears coming off the bench in this contest. Chris McCarron got the start.
Possible change of pace for the Profs, maybe. As Mears was just a little bit backcourt, lost his footing. As Ramapo will take over on the Rowan side of half, closer to the key. 12-7, under 4 minutes into the ballgame. Justin Bladen inbound to Peter Gorman. Chris McCarron defending. Myers has it, right wing. Defended by Spivey. Had a backdoor cutter for a moment. Gorman goes up with a contested shot, no good. Rebound to Khalif Mears. Profs get into their offensive set as Marcellus Ross will have it top of the key. Dishes to McCarron, who drives baseline. Pump fake, Spivey deflected into the hands of Peter Gorman. Dishes to Corbell, inside. Has Myers for a contested take, it's no good. Rebound to Khalif Mears. Profs are pushing, have numbers if they hurry. Ross, right corner three, no good. Rebound is loose, deflected out by Marcellus Ross. That'll go over to the Roadrunners. Checking into the ball game for the Profs. Number 10, Drew Amos, and number 15, Danny Fleming.
Yeah, Danny Fleming just added to the roster from Haddonfield, New Jersey. You mentioned South Jersey being represented, and got a little bit more representation on this Rowan squad.
The Holy Family transfer coming back to the Borough as Corbell has it center of the key, defended, backdoor cut, and the dish over to Jordan Myers. Left wing three is good for Justin Bladen, another South Jersey native, Centerville, New Jersey via Timber Creek. As Knoll dishes inside, Fleming's contested shot is no good. Would have been a really nice welcome to Glassboro. Drives inside, contested by Fleming, is deflected off of 15. White stays with the Roadrunners. Competitive start to the ball game. 12-10 Profs, 14:42 left in the half, 22 on the shot clock. Raymond having a little bit of a tough time getting free. It's inside to Corbell, defended closely by Amos. Took some extra steps.
And a little bit of a pull the chair move kind of forced the travel there. Rowan's really bringing the defensive intensity, and they brought the offense early, but they got to get back to it. It's been a little bit of a stallment period.
And we know the Profs like to score, averaging just under 91 a game. As that pass is deflected out, Amos dishes to Khalif Mears, takes it aside with the right hand. Is lob attempt for Fleming.
Oh, Fleming almost had two great opportunities to have a welcome to Glassboro, like you mentioned earlier. I thought he was going to climb the ladder, and we were about to get some loud cheers in this. As it looks like Mears, I thought it might have went off the leg of Gorman, but referee doesn't agree.
Roadrunners will take over from in front of the bench towards the baseline. Profs sticking with this full court man. Drew Amos, the primary defender on Anthony Corbell. Rooney, right wing, defended by Knoll. Dishes inside, Jordan Myers. Contested take is good on Fleming. Tie ball game. One, two here for Ramapo. Ross dishes down low. Fleming gets the contested two. There it is. First 2 points of his props career for Danny Fleming.
First surprise I was in an N1. That looked like a legal guarding position to me.
Denied by Knoll. And off of Ramapo.
Knoll met him at the top of the ladder, and that's now a second block for Knoll. Again, we can't say enough about how good he is as a player, but his defense has become underrated because he's just such a good scorer.
Right. People seem to neglect that. This guy's a two-way player. And showing it off right there as Amos and Mears play catch. Skip pass to Mikey Robinson. Dish down low. Fleming. Contested take is good. Here we go.
Oh, man, does he have the most points per minute in Props history at this point?
He might. Fleming up to 4. Props up for it. As Gorman takes it over the midline. As Rooney has a tough time with it. Really tough time with it, but regains it. As Bladen, right wing, picks up his dribble. Dishes inside to Jordan Myers at the elbow. Couple left-hand dribbles. Denied by Fleming.
Oh, man.
He's turning it up right now as Mears pushes up the left wing, takes it inside, steps through, gets fouled. Props are playing with some energy.
They are. Danny Fleming has been a big part of that so far. It's now 4 points. I mean, he missed some looks earlier, but now he seems to get comfortable. He's made back-to-back contested layups. And all of a sudden, now the Props up 4, and now 5.
Mears hits the first. In the first matchup against Ramapo on December the 9th, Mears in 29 minutes of action, 8 points, a rebound, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Converts the second. Ramapo foul was on Shane Rooney. His first team first as picks it up here. Approaching the midline, defended by Spivey. Jordan Myers has it. Dishes. Gorman. Ball movement for the Roadrunners. As Rooney backs down Spivey. Fleming jumping. And Shane Rooney puts it in reverse. Ramapo back to the aggressive 1-2-2. Mears and Amos play catch. Back into a man-to-man. Mears, DHO to Robinson, Fleming, and now the ball moving all the way to the corner, Jameer Spivey. Cross-court feed to Fleming. Right wing three is good. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Oh, man, 7 points already.
He's got a third of the Props offense right now. You want to talk about a walk in the glass, bro. Another touchdown pass. Ball movement, wow, denied by Fleming.
Oh, man. Where did they find him?
I think Danny Fleming's sliders are turned all the way up right now.
Where did they find him? They need to go get some more. Wherever Danny Fleming came from.
He's playing like a man possessed right now. The bad news is that Mikey Robinson just committed a second foul, team's third. Jordan Myers to the line for the Roadrunners again. First matchup against the Profs in 34 minutes of action, 23 points, 8 boards. A perfect 9 for 9 from the charity stripe, so he's capable. Marcellus Ross back into the ball game for the Profs. Rebound to Drew Amos. And Profs pushing as Ross takes an offensive foul.
It's tough and a good sell by Ramapo. It was a slight contact made it look egregious, and that's what kind of created that whistle by the referee.
Effort play from Ramapo defender. Jasir Knoll checks back into the ball game, replacing the scalding Danny Fleming. Prof sticking with the full court man. Double approaching from Amos as Anthony Corbo takes a few left-handed dribbles over the midline. Bladen dishes down low, and Shane Rooney puts it in reverse for another 2. Props up forward, 21-17.
And he saw Fleming check out, and he immediately attacked that same shot that Fleming contested on and forced a miss.
Jazir Knoll has it left wing, defended by Shane Rooney. Attempted screen from Spivey. Knoll, left wing three, no good. Rebound to Justin Bladen. And here come the Roadrunners. As Gorman handles it right wing. Myself Ross switched on to him. Gorman.
Interesting.
I don't know what that was.
He tried to sell it.
Yeah. Ross right wing three. It's good. 6-point swing because he wants to flop like a fish on his three-point attempt.
Interesting. He did that little wide spread, and I didn't see much contact at all, if any.
Myers puts it up and in. Cross back the other way, turning into a track meet here in Glassboro.
No timeouts either so far.
Knoll's DHO to Khalif Mears. Back down inside to Knoll. Has a mismatch and a half. Peter Gorman defending him. Knoll takes it up with the right hand. It's good.
That's too easy.
Jazir makes everything look easy, man. The guy's a stud. Props up 7, halfway through the first half. DHO to Anthony Corbo. His wing three is no good. Knoll is grabbed, but the rebound goes to Drew Amos.
Interesting no call there.
Yeah.
It's almost like he wanted them to call it too.
Knoll takes it up and in contested. He'll earn a trip to the charity stripe. Jazir Knoll making his impact early.
Yeah, Jazir Knoll has just, I mean, you could say this every game, but imposed his will on the defense and taking advantage of his spots. He's not forcing anything, and he's really getting inside. And it's just great footwork by him so far throughout this game.
Goes and misses the first. First matchup against the Roadrunners this year, as you mentioned earlier. 36 minutes, 37 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. 5 of 7 from 3. He's the complete player that this props program is needed. And Knoll hits that.
Yeah, just reaches the 1,000 point as well, which is just 2 years. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, again, guy's a freak in nature. I can't express how much joy I have watching him. Is Ramapo, wow, okay.
Nice
Shane Rooney with a crossover. Goes up with the left hand and scores.
Rooney's been a big player for the Roadrunners so far in this one. That was a great move inside. Now that's back-to-back finishes by him.
Ross goes up strong, contested. Rebounded by Rooney. Ramapo pushing it up the right wing. It's Elijah Barlow checking into the ball game. Has Gorman, center of the key. DHO back to Gorman, inside. Rooney, jumper no good. Rebound, one hand, pull down by Jameer Spivey. And Mears dishes inside. Spivey's going to get rewarded for his work down at the defensive end. Puts that in reverse, props up 8.
Oh man, that layup definitely isn't easy either. It looks maybe a little easier, but it definitely is not no easy layup. Full speed, nice touch off the glass.
No, he's getting that cardio in for real. As Rooney has it left wing, dishes to Barlow in the corner. Barlow hesitant, dishes to Myers, takes it up, contested, rebound to Knoll. He'll push, and has Chris McCarron right wing extended. Knoll to Mears. Does his dance, step back is good. Okay, Khalif Mears.
That's cold. That was a great move. Saw Luka Doncic do that last night. Now we're seeing Khalif Mears do it. All right.
Are you saying Mears is going for 73 today?
Maybe 74.
Okay.
He might have to one-up him here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. As Barlow has a right wing three, no good. Effort play from Mears. Some basketball IQ on top of it to deflect it off of Rooney. That'll go over to the profs.
Their defense has been fantastic.
Yeah, they've been turning it up today.
21 points and 12 minutes played allowed. They allowed 110. Obviously, that game also went to overtime against Ramapo, but right now they're playing much better defense so far.
No left wing three gets hit. He converts anyway. Okay, Jazir. He's a man on a mission. I mean, he has been the last 2 years here, but he's turning it up today as McCarron closely defends Gorman. Rooney has it. Extend the right elbow. Anis Rahim. Dishes over to the corner. Shot is up and good for Peter Gorman.
Great move by Gorman. Split the double team graciously and get that floater in.
Gorman, one of the better players in the end, Jack. As Khalif Mears has it center of the key. Feeds Knoll in the right corner. Defended by Barlow. Knoll, right corner three, no good. Rebound to Rooney. Here come the Roadrunners as Rooney gets it back center of the key. Takes a jump shot. Gorman drives the side, dishes to Raheem. Elbow jumper, no good. Rebound to Knoll. And here comes Mears pushing up the left wing. Mears, nice lab attempt, but does not fall, as that will stay with the Profs.
I don't know about you, but when he made that last step to go up, I thought he had bad intentions. I thought he was gonna climb the ladder.
Yeah, I thought we were about to witness something pretty ugly in the Burrow.
But Fleming back in.
Low number 3, Josh Wright. As we're also inbound from the baseline. McCarron, corner 3 is good. Props up 14. As Josh Wright will go man-to-man with Elijah Barlow. Pass the corner. As Gorman streaking. Dishes. Drop step. Deflected. Off of the Ramapo ball handler, that's Rooney, and that'll go back to the Profs. Profs getting their hands in all the right places right now.
I believe Knoll is going to get credited for that block as he went over to the bench, started letting his bench know that he's here. He's going to bring some energy.
That guy's everywhere. He's such a great player. As Wright takes it inside the left hand, goes up with it, and converts. Knocking over spectator in the process.
Checked up to make sure he's all right, and he's back in on defense. But that's big for Josh Wright. He's kind of been struggling as of recent, but getting that to go, finally getting a bounce in his favor.
Knoll, hands in the right places. Loose ball. Fleming was being grabbed, but that doesn't matter because Knoll has it. Roth, right wing 3, no good. Rebound to Anis Raheem, and he pushes. Does not necessarily have the numbers, but he'll take it. Pass is deflected by Wright. Recovered by Roth. Cross 3-on-1. Knoll slams it home! Jazir Knoll. An incredible start. Props up 41-23, 5:40 to go in the half. Jazir is cooking. That's
Some we say every game at this point,
Yeah.
but that was pretty. I mean, they're like you've been mentioning, getting the hands in the right places. They're getting those loose balls. They're the first ones to get to those loose balls, and then they're turning it into points. Sometimes your best offense is your best defense, and that's what they've been doing so far today. And that's why they're on pace right now for over 100, almost well over 100, which is what they did against Ramapo. But the difference is they're playing some great defense, and I think part of that big reason is Danny Fleming. Maybe he's the key piece to what a 4-point overtime loss is to a blowout at home is.
Danny Fleming X Factor. Who had that on the bingo card today? What a showing from Haddonfield's finest. 41-23 Profs. Racing out to a very, very fast start. Exactly what you need after taking a really tough loss to this team the first time around up at their place.
Indeed, they've come out with some vengeance.
Yeah,
they want to let them know that was lucky. They're trying to make sure that they know that we're actually the better team.
For sure. As Barlow handles it inside, he'll take an elbow jumper-ish and convert. Starts to put a dent in the Rowan advantage as Knoll will push up the right wing. And he'll let Chris McCarron run the offense. That's a move from McCarron. Attempt the screen from Knoll. Josh Wright has it left wing. Knoll center in the key. Dishes to Ross. Ross takes it inside left hand. Skip through. Offensive foul.
Good job so far by Ramapo out of the timeout. First they get that nice mid-range shot where guy gets to a spot, and then they're playing very good defense. The dribble handoff by Knoll, you thought that a defender would go out of the way, but now they were able to draw an offensive foul. All of a sudden they can get this momentum going the last 5 minutes. It could change completely the way this game was headed.
Second foul on Marcellus Ross as Barlow takes it and dishes. Swings it around to the corner, and that is Raheem. Ends up in Peter Gorman's hands, driving down the baseline. Dishes off and converted by Brian Joseph.
Beautiful pass by Gorman. That was, he had eyes in the back of his head on that one. That's one player you're going to have to watch out for, Peter Gorman. If you're going to lose this game, it's going to be because of him, most likely.
As he commits the kickball there. Khalif Mears checks back in for the Profs, and Jordan Myers checks back in for Ramapo. Corbo checking back in as well for the Roadrunners. Profs call a 30-second timeout. I think Eric Brennan realizes that Ramapo's starting to pull on that momentum rope there. Wise decision. Calm his troops down.
Adidas coach Brennan probably going to talk with his guys over that this next 4 minutes, 30 seconds is very, very important to the way this game is headed. It could either be an 8-point game where Ramapo's back in, or you can possibly change the tide and make this 25-point game. And Ramapo's in the halftime locker room talking about, oh, let's get everybody some minutes.
Right, exactly. And it's an important time. Timing of the timeout it's an art of sorts. And
it is an art.
And I thought Coach Brennan made a wise decision there as Ronald inbound from the sideline. 41-27 Profs, 4.5 remaining in the first half. Khalif Mears will do the honor. Chris McCarron will set up the offense for the Profs as Mears will have it. Right wing extended, defended by Anthony Corbo. Noel attempt to screen fails. Noel steps inside. Elbow-ish jumper is good.
Pretty, man.
What can't the guy do? What can't the guy do? As McCarron will man up on Peter Gorman. Doubling coming from right. Does not go. And Rooney will have it left wing. This is down low to Jordan Myers. Backs Fleming down. Barlow. Assist in the swinging around of the ball is Corbo. Puts it up and in.
Ramapo is doing a nice job of responding now out of their timeout. That's now 6 points since their timeout about 2 minutes ago.
Laid down a 14 for the Profs as Fleming, left wing three, no good. Might be the first bad thing that's happened to him today is the Roadrunners.
Oh, dragged the pivot foot, I thought.
He did. He might have got away with that one. And Gorman taking the side. Dish over to Corbo.
Oh, nice.
Has it poked out, but back into the hands of Jordan Myers, who converts the fadeaway layup, I guess.
Hey, it's a tough layup, but I guess it is a fadeaway layup.
Right corner three is no good. Profs in a bit of an offensive low right now. It's Barlow. It gets denied, but it will count. That's a goaltend.
I don't know. We don't have the best advantage point at that, but it was very close. You could tell. I think almost Mears and Noel got a piece of it, so I don't know who they called it on.
It's great defensive effort regardless. Appreciate the hustle plays from the Profs defense.
Like I said, lead already down to 10. Ramapo starting to have a small comeback. 10.
Approaching a minute and a half here in the barrel. So Noel pushes it on Peter Gorman. Elbow jumper is good.
The change of pace that Jazeer Noel has is just ridiculous. He stopped on a dime there and didn't fade away too much, wasn't leaning forward too much, just perfectly balanced and was able to hit that midi. I mean, that's a shot, man. I think you got to blitz him. You got to blitz him if he's at that top of the key, mid-range area. But even then, he'll just shoot over you.
If not now, then when? Yeah. Before he sets some scoring records here, Gorman takes it inside. Myers goes up with the right hand and scores.
Good job by Myers, a shield off Fleming.
Prof lead at 11 with a minute to go in the first half.
So they're going to hold for the 2-for-1 opportunity here.
20 on the shot clock as Mears will let the offense develop. Drops inside to Noel. Swings over Mears. Pump fakes. Half spin. Has Corbo fouling him like crazy, but they don't call it. Roadrunners have an advantage as Barlow. Great effort play from Josh Wright. Affects the shot, doesn't block it. And Fleming takes it aside. Spin move.
Whoa.
Foul was missed there, but that'll stay with the Profs.
That's tough. I guess they were letting them play, but that one on Fleming, I thought they very clearly are grabbing his both arms, honestly. but it still stays here. 7 seconds now, separating shot clock, game clock. So
that's the downside of officiating such a fast-paced team like the Profs, and missed calls like that. As Knoll has it right corner, backs down Rooney, double and coming. Mears backs it out. 10 on the clock, about a 7-second separation. Knoll corner, he gets doubled, spins towards the baseline, steps through. Amos inside, Fleming, right hand is good. Danny Fleming having himself a day as he goes and takes a charge. Danny Fleming.
Have a day, Danny Fleming. First time as a prof, and 9 points now. Charge taken, I believe a couple blocks as well.
What a start for 15 and White. He's been chomping at the bit to play, clearly. 2.1 left in a half. Profs up 13. Ramapo.
I think at this point, look, they're doubling Knoll. It seems like they're going to throw it to him. They're going to make sure he turns around and shoots against 2 defenders.
Mears runs out of time. And that is the end of the first half with the score. The Rowan Profs 49, the Ramapo Roadrunners 36. Profs blitzing to an offensive explosion in the first half. Again, they averaged just under 91 a game, and they're on pace for nearly 100. This is the style of basketball the Profs want to play.
And the defense has been honestly the main takeaway. I mean, Ramapo has been hitting tough shots as well, tough layups and making nice backdoor cuts, but they're playing great help defense. They're playing great on-ball defense, and Danny Fleming has kind of brought that energy. It was a close game that Danny Fleming checked in and hit back-to-back field goals, got a couple blocks, and hit a 3 as well. He's doing everything, and that's where we stand right now.
I want to see his plus-minus. I don't know if they keep track of that stat at this level, but he's been having a day. Talk about a debut with the Profs. Credit to him. Lead the Ramapo Roadrunners 49-36. Profs have a multitude of X factors in the first half, led by Jazeer Noel's 18 points, 4 boards, and 2 blocks. But Danny Fleming, the prof, newest Rowan prof, 9 points and 2 boards, and for the analytics crowd, a 40% usage rate. Doc, what are you seeing?
Oh, I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of hustle, defense. Fleming's been adding that defensive intensity, and he's been a shot blocker. You mentioned he got a block, and he got a couple other contests. And, you know, Jazeer Noel is what I'm noticing. It's what everybody else notices as he shoots another midi.
That goes awry and rebounded by Justin Bladen as Ramapo will push up the right wing. Peter Gorman, ball in his hands, defended by McCarron, who's out here with Khalif Mears. Mears came off the bench to start the ball game today as he defends Bladen.
Yeah, I like the way Coach Brennan always kind of adjusts. Just because you start the game doesn't mean you start the second half. He's brought Mears in to start the second half, but Mikey Robinson, who picked up 2 quick fouls, is still sitting on the bench who started this one.
Foul on Jameer Spotty is team first of the half as Gorman does his dance top of the key. Crosses over. Dishes to Corbell. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound to Rooney. Gets the scoring started in the second half for the Roadrunners, but Rowan, as they do, pushing the pace is Mears. Takes a couple crossover dribbles and pulls it back out, starts the offense. McCarron takes an attempted screen from Knoll, but drives inside, draws a foul. Peter Gorman.
That's some 12-on-12 action right there.
Gorman's first foul, Ramapo first of the second half. It'll be nice to get him in foul trouble. As Ross takes in corner jumper with some contact.
It really doesn't matter. He's one of those shooters that, again, you could be right there. It really doesn't matter. They have some of the toughest shot makers I've seen at this level on this Rowan team.
Rooney dishes down low, and that is smacked away by Jameer Spivey. Oh my goodness. But turned right back over into the hands of Justin Bladen. Dishes. Rooney slams it home. Rather uncontested. Props maintain 11. As Khalif Mears goes to work. Extended left wing.
Mismatch.
Understatement. McCarron, left corner 3, no good. Also play from Ross, but deflected out of bounds. Back over to Ramapo. Full court man-to-man here for Rowan. Chris McCarron showing why he's earning some starter minutes as Rooney bounce pass inside to Jordan Myers, converts the 2. Going tit for tat at this point. Mears dishes to McCarron. Ends up in the hands of Knoll. Mears has Ross curling. 3 is no good. Rebound to Peter Gorman, who will be hounded by Chris McCarron if you're just tuning in for the first time. Gorman takes it up, but has the ball pinned, which is a jump ball. It'll stay with Ramapo.
Yeah, Gorman really, I mentioned, he got going late in the overtime loss when these two teams previously met, or overtime went for Ramapo. Right now, 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting, 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. He's got to get going if they're going to want to win this one.
Rooney dishes to the corner. Bladen's 3 is no good. Rebound to Khalif Mears. Profs do not have numbers, but Mears will pull it back out and will swing it around. And Marcellus Ross ends up with a corner 3 opportunity, which is no good. Bladen picks it up. He has the one-on-one with Knoll, and he takes it up and in.
Ooh, tough shot.
Eric Brennan calls timeout.
It's a good timeout there. Ramapo starting to bring in the energy. I think it came off when Rowan had that transition opportunity. It got stolen away. They tried to hit Mears up the court and then responded in a Rooney dunk here on this right side. And that's kind of been a big difference in this one. It was a momentum swinger. Now all of a sudden it's down to a 7-point game.
51-44 Rowan, just under 3 minutes into the half. I talked about it in the first game with Tom. It's been all day with the momentum thing.
Yeah.
And Rowan's going to have to fight through this little rough patch, if you want to consider it a rough patch. They haven't had many rough patches today.
Yeah.
If you want to consider this one, then
I mean, it's his first game, but you might have to start considering putting in Fleming in already.
I agree.
Early, because he was a big impact at the rim, especially defensively. And right now, it seems like Ramapo is getting to the rim at ease.
Yeah, Danny's been playing out of his mind. The start of his Prof's tenure is Chris McCarron will handle the ball for the Profs. They'll take it up the right wing extended. Dribble handoff to Cleve Mears, who has it poked away. But the ball gets loose again. And Ramapo lines up with the blatant bounce pass inside to Peter Gorman and converts.
That's a great job by Ramapo. That was some beautiful passing.
Hustle plays, the name of that possession, and ball movement for that matter, as Mears will take it up for the Profs. Has Knoll, right corner. Closely defended by Jordan Myers. Backs him down, doubling coming. McCarron, left wing three, is good! McCarron up to 9. Profs up 8. As Rooney takes a few dribbles and has a jumper from just inside the foul line. It goes awry. Rebound to Knoll. Profs pushing. They don't have the numbers. As Anthony Corbo was out of bounds and was the first to touch the loose ball, meaning that'll go back over to the Profs at that spot.
Another quick timeout, possibly? Yes, I believe that they are going to call another timeout.
Pace is getting a little too frenetic for the Roadrunners. They need a full timeout.
Who would have thought? Team called the Roadrunners possibly getting a little tired out here. Obviously, they're pushing it, though. They're going back and forth. It's been a trap meet. The Roadrunners have done a good job getting back out in transition, and they made a couple nice, great passes off steals. They're the ones now getting to the ball first on those loose balls. Meanwhile, in the first half, it was the Profs getting there first. So now it's the Roadrunners. So now the Profs are going to have to try to flip that script a little bit and make it them the ones that are first to get to the ball and get out in transition, because there hasn't been any transition opportunities so far in this second half. It's been a short 4 minutes, 8 seconds, but Rowan has not gotten anything in transition. Meanwhile, the Roadrunners have gotten almost everything in transition.
Yeah, this Ramapo timeout could be of massive benefit to the Profs. And as we mentioned, checking back into the ball game is Danny Fleming, who's ever so quickly becoming a Prof favorite.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do in this second half. I mean, he's 1 point away from double figures already in his debut. We were talking off air at halftime. I mean, he didn't play too much in his past school, but he's getting an opportunity to get a lot of minutes here, and he's taking advantage of it so far. And we'll see what he has in store.
Marcellus Ross has a contested jumper, not fall. And Bladen is fouled by Drew Amos, who's a little shaken up after the fact. Hope he's all right.
Yeah, Amos might have caught his shoulder, and I believe he might get a sub. So he was trying to, steal it, and I think his shoulder just got caught. And hopefully everything is all right with him.
Mikey Robinson will check back into the ballgame for the Profs. Had 2 early fouls in the first half, so that's why you didn't see too much of Mikey. Gorman will have it, extend the right wing. Takes an attempt, takes a screen from Myers. It's Rooney. Bounce pass down low. Bladen goes inside with the right hand, dishes down low to Myers. Puts it in reverse, scores.
Tough layup. They also having some great rotations on the defensive side there, but didn't matter.
Ball moving a premium here for Rowan, as McCarron will be defended by Peter Gorman, as you mentioned earlier, Doc, 12 on 12. And Ross will have it extend on the right wing. Knoll. Pound dribble inside. Spins again. Really contested jumper, does not fall. Rebound to Fleming. Puts it back up and in. Danny Fleming having a massive impact in his Profs debut. Up to 11.
And Coach Brennan was talking to the referee. He wanted some call. Maybe he thought Fleming got slapped when he went up, or either on that rebound.
Bladen has a right wing, dishes over to Jordan Myers waiting for the offense to situate. Gorman takes a screen from Rooney, hounded by Chris McCarron. That's a nice defense. Corner three is no good, but the rebound goes to Bladen. Dishes it inside. Fleming gives Jordan Myers a nice little bump, and that'll put Myers on the line.
Yeah, Ramapo had a great set there. They got an open three, but they just haven't been able to connect from beyond the arc. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen a team only have one three-point shot made 25 minutes into the game, let alone only shoot 6. A little bit of an interesting game plan they have here today.
Myers hits his first foul shot. He's been the highest scoring Roadrunner of the day, 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Averages just over 15 and over 15 points and just under 8 boards. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, but the effort play from Shane Rooney goes awry as he pushed from behind going for that rebound. Props maintain a 7-point lead, 14:26 to go in regulation. McCarron will take it over the midline. That's Mikey Robinson. And a curling Marcellus Ross. Robinson dishes over Chris McCarron. Right wing three is good. McCarron up to 12.
4 threes for him. Just showing Coach Brennan why he made the right decision of starting him in this contest. Oh, that was a carry.
Looked like a carry from Anthony Corbo, but I guess not. Takes a couple dribbles inside, dishes to the corner. Justin Bladen's three is no good.
And I don't know what the call is, but they're going to call another foul on Mikey Robinson. I don't know if, I guess a box out foul, but they were well beyond where the rebound was. So interesting, maybe a little bit of a mental error from Mikey Robinson.
Loose ball foul. Robinson is his 3rd of the ball game. That's why he's being subbed out. Josh Wright back in for the props. Native of Whitesboro, New Jersey. Cape May Tech alum. Myers takes a couple left-hand dribbles inside. Spin move on Fleming. Scores.
Myers having himself one heck of a game. Now up to 19 points. Him and Jazeer Knoll have been 2 players you're really looking at in this contest. Now combined 37 between the 2.
Red will go to work. Dishing inside to Knoll. Knoll takes a dribble to the paint. Dishes. Fleming contested. Take is up and in.
Fleming and Knoll, this looks like a dangerous front court duo right now.
Look out and jack as Bladen has it extended right wing. Ball cycles around and ends up back in the hands of Jordan Myers, top of the key. Peter Gorman dishes to the corner where Corbo's three is no good. He grabs his own rebound, has Gorman cutting inside. Dish. And
another body foul, I believe. It's now the 2nd straight time Fleming block has been kind of erased due to a body contact down below.
Fouls on Jazeer Knoll, his 2nd, team's 5th at a half. Myers is the first, he's up to 20. .23 and 8 boards in the first game against the Props, as I mentioned earlier.
Myers and Knoll, I've been very impressed with Myers. Myers kind of just getting everything inside, and he's had a lot of tough finishes at the rim.
6'5" center, too. I mean, I know it's big for this level, but he's playing really well.
Yeah.
There's 2 of 2 on that trip. Props lead down to 8, approaching 12.5 minutes to go in regulation. Ross has it right wing. Jazeer Knoll, center of the key three is no good. Rebound to Bladen. Peter Gorman will take it over the midline. Defended by Khalif Mears. Shane Rooney. Right wing. Backdoor cut and slams it home.
There's Myers again. 4th assist. If he had a little bit more time, triple-double watch would be possible.
think Jazier was caught napping there. Profs need a full timeout. 61-55, Rowan, 12-16 in regulation. And again, here comes Ramapo.
Another good timeout though by Rowan. They called the last timeout down by 7, and they went on a little bit of a run. But now Ramapo went on a run of their own. Again, we talked about how momentum is very important, and you really want to end the momentum for Ramapo, especially with the way this crowd is here in the SB Gymnasium. They got a big crowd, so if they connect on a couple threes, it gets quite loud in here. And then the defensive intensity starts picking up. But with 12-16 to go, their offense has taken a little bit of a step back in this second half, so they're going to have to try to find a way to maybe get Noel the ball in his spots. He's really, he only has shot the ball 3 times in this half. He's 0 for 3, but it feels like a lot of his shots have been more forced instead of him getting to his spots early in the shot clock and being able to get up good looks. So that's something you're going to have to look out for in this second half, because outside of that, the offense has kind of just been Chris McCarron hitting a 3 and Danny Fleming now having 2 layups.
I mean, the game is of utmost importance to both teams. Obviously, Rowan trying to go and get their revenge from an earlier loss. Profs are tied for first in the NJAC right now, which is kind of hard to believe considering swept by Stockton, but Stockton fortunately fell to other programs. Roadrunners a game behind, but in 5th. Utmost importance for both squads.
Yeah, if you win this game, I think you're kind of sitting pretty at the top of the NJAC. This is kind of a very, very big game. And then you got Rutgers Newark coming up on the schedule. I know of. I think Rutgers Camden one more time. And those are 2 programs you kind of, you can say own in a sense. But this right now, this is one of the tougher opponents in Ramapo.
Mears takes a dribble handoff from Josh Wright. Marcel Ross curls around. Stopped on a dime, or so he thought. Turnover for Ross.
Yeah, it's hard to fully stop when he's really going full speed. Yeah. So he dragged that for just a little bit too much, and out of the timeout, and he's going to sub out. But they really got to get something going offensively. I think that's a big reason why you see Josh Wright on the court now, why Chris McCarron's back out there.
Profs sticking with full court man-to-man as McCarron hounds Gorman. Double was incoming, so Shane Rooney pushes the pace, and the contested layup is good for Jordan Myers. Ramapo has the lead of the Profs lead down the floor. Profs are a little stagnant offensively at the moment. Right, left wing extended. Pass forced inside. Noel to Fleming.
That's a tough finish. And then a steal immediately.
Mears left wing 3 is good. It's a huge swing, 5 points in a matter of seconds.
Khalif Mears, offensively, he's been a monster for the Profs this season. So far in this game, it's been the Noel show, and kind of that's about it. And Fleming, but this time Mears gets a little bit of some points and a wide open shot. Chris McCarron, I believe, forced that turnover. I look down for a second, I see a loose ball. I see Chris McCarron pick it up, and Mears just sitting there like a kid outside a candy store and said, "Give me the ball, I'm going to hit this shot," and he did. And all of a sudden, it was a 4-point game like you mentioned. And about 10 seconds, it's up back to a 9-point game. That's a crusher for Ramapo and their momentum.
Obviously, Chuck McQueen very displeased with that poor sequence. Leads to a timeout. He's down to 2 remaining. And Profs maintain a 66-57 lead. 11:25 left in regulation. Again, utmost importance for both squads. This game goes a long way toward determining NJAC seeding, and 6 teams make the conference tournament. Those top 2 seeds are the gold mine.
Yeah, you want to host them.
You want the bye, and you want to host a semifinal game. And the Borough is deserving of a semifinal.
Indeed is. Look, they played great all year. You mentioned their losses to Stockton, but they played some fun basketball even in those losses. I mean, they lost to TCNJ by 10 earlier in the year. That was a very close game. They have just, in their losses, still have looked very solid and have been able to put it together. But when they are able to put it together for, obviously you want them to put it together for 40 minutes, but sometimes that's hard. But you can just put it together for just whole halves. That's all they need.
Right. As Anthony Corbell will handle it for the Roadrunners. McCarron will hound him this time as Blading takes a couple dribbles inside. Dishes to Myers. Goes up with the right hand, is no good, but the tip is up and in from Shane Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's been everywhere so far in this game, I've noticed. Him and Myers have kind of been the big pieces. They both are combined for 37 of the 57. Peter Gorman still, they're looking to get going.
Noel has it just inside the key. Defended by Shane Rooney. Contested jumper is good.
Oh man, there's something about that jab, mid-range shot. I try to do that in my backyard. I definitely don't do it as good as Jazeer Noel.
Noel up to 20. Profs maintain a 9-point lead. Approaching halfway through the second half as Jordan Myers has it left wing extended, but he'll dribble inside. He'll try Danny Fleming, or so we thought. Into the corner for Rooney. This up top. Corbo, left wing three is good.
That's huge for Ramapo. Finally able to connect on a three. Now 2 of 10 from me on the arc. 6-point game again.
Brings it within a couple of possessions, as you mentioned. Smears will be manned up by Justin Bladen. McCarron dishes over to Noel. Closely defended by Shane Rooney.
He's not giving him that jab step.
Right hand dribble inside, but he's fouled on the drive to the basket. Shane Rooney getting a little handsy.
Yeah, if they're not going to give you that jab step space on that mid-range shot, then you just got to blow by him. And Noel did that right there before the foul. It looked like he was going to easily coast to the cup. 3
on Shane Rooney. Important to note. Noel, fadeaway jumper, he gets hit.
I was waiting for that call.
Going to the ground. The foul will be charged with Jordan Myers.
Somebody got to clean up that area. Chris McCarron just slipped in the same area, but I was waiting on that call. I thought they weren't going to call. They haven't been calling that landing space or fouls on shots, but that one was pretty clear as day. And that's what's so tough about guarding Noel is he hits those with ease. So you really feel like you got to go get that ball, or else that ball is going to go in. And that created the contact, and why Noel is going to go to the line.
Right. And Noel obviously likes shooting his foul shots, 81% on the year. And first matchup, he only took 2 from the line against Ramapo, but hit them both. As he converts that one, I'm so glad he did. Didn't want that announcer's jinx hitting me. Noel goes 2 of 2 from the stripe. Profs up 8. As Gorman has Chris McCarron right in his grill, like he has all day.
And McCarron's had that assignment, 12 against 12, and the 12 on white has gotten the better of it.
Understatement as Gorman tries to drive inside. Pass is deflected by Fleming. 2-on-1 if they hurry, but that's not going to go. Fleming, elbow jumper, no good. Hustle play. And that'll go against Danny Fleming, who will be charged with the foul.
They tried to push the pace, got all excited, but Gorman was coming from behind, and that kind of ruined the momentum, and then he just stopped on a dime and got a pretty good look, but I think it's hard to stop on a dime and get a good shot like that off and able to put all your enough strength on it. And
that's 3 fouls on Danny Fleming.
Yeah, so he's now going to check out for a little bit. So look for Ramapo to, even though Spivey's a very good shot blocker, to keep attacking that rim. It feels like every time he subs out, they are looking to attack the rim.
Bladen has extended left wing, drives it inside. And over to Elijah Barlow. Into the corner for Bladen. Hop step inside. Rooney, pump fakes, dish, right wing 3 for Justin Bladen is no good. Spivey playing physical defense, but the ball ends up back in Rooney's hands. Ball swung around, Bladen bounces inside. Myers dribbles into the paint, surrounded by 3 bodies. Off his leg and goes over to the Profs.
Good job by Mikey Robinson. Got in there, got his hand on it, slapped it off the thigh of Myers and forces it out of bounds. It's a big, big stop, and now you have a chance to go up double figures once again. But as the time is not on Ramapo's favor right now, under 10 minutes.
Cleve Mears will have primary ball handling duties in this possession as he takes an attempted screen from Noel.
Like to see him get downhill.
Mears, left wing 3, buries it. Khalif Mears puts the Profs up 11. There's Elijah Barlow. Dishes to Corbo. Ends up in the hands of Rooney. Corbo has it right wing. Defended by Mikey Robinson. He brought that ball back, but he got away with that one. Attempted screen from Myers. Corbo dishes inside to Rooney. Half spin, dishes inside to Myers, who gets fouled and converts.
That was a nice pass by Rooney. Passed up a good shot for a better one, and also we had a chance to go to the stripe for one more. Cut the lead back down to 8, but I wanted to mention that's a 10-3 for Rowan. They're 10 of 22, so that's good for 46%. Meanwhile, Ramapo, 2 of 11. That's kind of the difference in why this is a 9-point game, possibly 8-point game after this free throw.
And Rowan is their 35% three-point shooting team on the year, so it's important to note as Myers converts the +1. Rowan up 8, now under 8 minutes to go in regulation. Ramapo is in the bonus from here out as Knoll takes a right wing 3 and buries it.
And you just look at Myers. Jordan Myers looks back at his coach after the shot like, what can I do?
There's nothing you can do. That's the thing here. As Rooney will try to pass attempt, but it goes inside to Myers, who gets fouled by Jameer Spivey. Had his hands in the cookie jar there.
Myers and Knoll really starting to dominate in this one. Knoll up to 22 points in this contest. Knoll actually up to 25 now in this contest. Myers with 26 with a chance for 27, 28. Two of these players just absolutely going at it and have combined for over 50 plus now.
Myers definitely deserving of postseason recognition from the NJAC. Hits the first foul shot on this trip. Immaculata High School alum, native of Piscataway. 2 of 2 on this trip to the foul line. Profs up 9, 7.5 to go in regulation. As Mears attempts to press inside with the left, but they'll dish back around to Marcellus Ross. Mears in the left corner, defended by Justin Bladen. Pulls it back out, has Knoll on the bounce. Dishes inside to Spivey with a beautiful feed. Jameer Spivey with the ice layup, giving Jazir's assist. That was a gorgeous feed.
That was 5th assist, doing a little bit of everything, and that was taking advantage of all the attention he attracts.
Bladen has a right wing, dishes inside. Barlow, elbow jumper. Foul on Knoll.
Got a little bit too much
in his landing space, which should be prioritized in officiating. It's a dangerous play.
Indeed. Looks like Fleming's better check in. Wonder for who they're going to take out. I assume maybe Spivey. Knowles played a lot of minutes in this contest. He's played 32. He's on pace to play almost every minute but one.
Barlow hits his first on the trip. That's Jazir's 4th foul. So that's why he's going to be out of the ball game for the time being.
He needs a breather anyway. Hopefully this could be a possible Khalid Mears show. He's capable of it if you're the profs.
As aforementioned, Danny Fleming back into the ball game. Barlow, successful trip, 2 of 2. Profs up 9, 6:45 and counting in regulation. Ross thought about it. He has a right wing, dribbles inside with the left. Hop step is no good. Deflected into the hands of Elijah Barlow. Roadrunners do not have the numbers, but push anyway. As Bladen ends up with it. Steps inside, takes a jumper, no good. And Elijah Barlow's left wing 3 is no good. Long rebound in the hands of Ross. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Ross dishes to Mikey Robinson. Inside to Fleming, who slams it home.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I thought that was Chalmers Cole James over there. I don't even remember that the poster that LeBron James had back in the day. It looked exactly like that play.
Starting to date ourselves here, Doc. Oh, my. Wow.
Mikey Robinson with a great dish, a smart decision. Not just a smart decision because it was a better look, a smart decision because, oh, boy, was that dunk a lot of momentum. And Mikey Robinson just laid it in. Yes, it's 2 points, but
right.
There was something about Danny Fleming getting that dunk that made everybody on that bench and in this crowd jump up and say, whew.
Right, that's credit to how Rowan's program operates. They're a selfless group of individuals. That's why they're successful. I mentioned the losses to Stockton earlier. They're 14-5. The attention shouldn't be on the Stockton losses. They should be on the 14 wins.
Yeah.
They're a really good team. they're a Division III NCAA tournament team, and this team has the potential to go and win the conference. Go get your auto bid and go host a weekend, not necessarily doubleheader, but could possibly be playing 2 games here in early March. This team has that ability.
Indeed, they do. And they got talent. I mean, everybody in this rotation, especially now that you've added guys like Fleming, guys like Mikey Robinson have emerged. And, you know, Jazeer Knoll being the star he is, Marcellus Ross being the shooter he is, Khalif Mears being the player he is, and Shamir Spivey, Chris McCarron. I mean, everybody contributes in a lot of these games. It doesn't feel like it's just a 3-man show like you would see if you look at the top in points per game. It's been everybody contributing, and it's beautiful to see, and they're having fun out there. Danny Fleming is flexing his muscles, to say the least.
Right, depth goes a long way, especially as we get into the real nitty-gritty of this season, the late conference play into the conference tournament. Rowan's got a deep squad, and to Ramapo's credit, they do as well. But we've really been seeing that on display from the profs today and really all season, as Justin Bladen will inbound from in front of his bench. So Elijah Barlow will be the primary ball handler on this possession. Hounded by McCarron. Dish inside to Shane Rooney. Faces up, takes a couple dribbles into the post. Left hand jump hook is no good. Deflected away, saved by Fleming, recovered by Mears. Rowan hurrying. Dish inside to Spivey. Incredible layup. Jameer Spivey.
Great job by Mears dropping it in the bucket for Spivey. And then Spivey, that's a great finish, like you said.
Acrobatic. As Barlow has it, left wing dishes inside to Myers. Thought he had him inside. 3-pointer from the center to key from Corbo's no good. Rebound to Spivey. Profs thought about pushing, but don't have the numbers. McCarron will handle the rock. Or dish to Khalif Mears. Takes a screen from Danny Fleming. Mears does his dance. Takes it inside. Shot attempt will not go. Ball will be brought to the baseline.
On the 4, but it's nice to see Mears get downhill. It's had a couple of jumpers today. Hasn't gone downhill too much in this contest, but does have 10 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, doing it all.
Shane Rooney up to 4 fouls, approaching that dreaded number 5. McCarron, right corner 3, and he buries it!
That's a tough shot. I look like J.J. Redick out there catching it in that short corner, turning and letting it fly, no hesitation.
Fading towards the baseline at that. Profs up big, 450 in regulation. Pass almost goes awry. Myers recovers, takes it inside on Spivey. Denied by Fleming. Profs, numbers if they hurry. Mears, crossover dribble. Into the corner, Mears 3, no good. And Barlow pushes it up and scores. The table just broke on us up here, which is just awesome, but that's all right. We'll push through. We're troopers. Profs maintain a 14-point lead. Mears on primary ball handling duty. Defended closely by Elijah Barlow. Ross, right corner 3, no good. Rebound, long rebound to Barlow. And he'll push it for the Roadrunners. Step back 3 from the left wing, no good. Rebound to Peter Gorman. Dishes to Barlow. Take it into the paint, dishes inside. Attempted for Myers, recovered by Danny Fleming.
Good job by Spivey getting a hand in there in the cookie jar and poking it away. As it looks like they're going to call timeout so Jazeer Knoll can get back into this contest and end this game possibly.
85-71 Rowan, 3:39 to go in regulation. Jazeer checking back into the game. He has 4 fouls. He has to be uber careful with his, in terms of his physicality, the way he plays. You know, officials might be a little less kind towards his style of play, but you know, we trust Jazeer.
Yeah, because you don't want to hold him on the bench for too long, because if he's on the bench for too long, all of a sudden Ramapo could come back into this one. You can end this game with this possession possibly and not need him for the rest of the contest. So bring him in now and see if you can run away with it and get a big bucket here, use up all the shot clock, put points on the board, and all of a sudden Ramapo will probably be headed for the buses.
21 seconds on the shot clock here to start this possession. To Doc's point, important for them, important for the Profs to use the shot clock here. If need be, Rowan has 2 timeouts left.
As my partner mentioned, Jazeer Knoll set the check back in, and he has. Looks like the starting lineup actually back in, except Khalif Mears instead of Mikey Robinson.
And Mears will handle it. Dish to Marcellus Ross, extended right wing. Into the corner for Knoll. They'll get blitzed on a double. Ball movement, McCarron, left corner 3, no good. Hustle play for Marcellus Ross. He recovers and denied by Jordan Myers. Ball stays with the Profs. Ross to inbound from the baseline. Hold the shot to Jameer Spivey. McCarron has a curling Marcellus Ross. Left wing 3 is no good. Spivey, just taller, deflects it back, but into the hands of a Ramapo defender. Peter Gorman will handle it for the Red Runners. Ends up in the hands of Justin Bladen, extended left wing. Tyrell Murchison checks into the ball game for Ramapo. He gets his first run. Dished inside, and block is called.
Must have been just inside that restricted area, because I don't think it's because his feet were moving. That's going to be a couple of free throws as they're in a bonus. Actually, I believe that's going to be number 5 on Jazeer.
That is Knoll's 5th, and it was a +1 at that. Murchison converted with contact.
Oh, they're going to count the continuation of it. Okay. Even though the foul, it happened after the foul occurred and he passed it off. So, an interesting call here. The refs might be talking it over. But I thought it should be 2 free throws, not an N1 opportunity.
Officials are huddled up discussing. Unfortunately, that it's going to be Jazeer's 5th foul. We can't really debate that. It's just a matter of, was the shot, was it a shoot, was it an active shoot? Was the foul committed before?
Because the foul was committed on the floor, and the guy that got fouled, I didn't see who it was. It might have been Myers. He got fouled, then passed it. So it shouldn't be continuation. It should just be 2 free throws due to it being a foul on the floor.
Right, and Rowan has 10 fouls anyway.
And they just said the basket does not count, so it will be 2 free throws. I don't know why there was much confusion. I thought it was as clear as day.
It is Jordan Myers going to the line, too. I saw Murchison hanging around the line. I mean, I know he's itching for some action. This is his first time in the ball game today. He played 7 minutes in the first matchup in December. Myers will go to the line for 2. Our table is restored.
Thank you to Will Voigt.
Yes.
Does it all.
Myers missed the first. Missed both of the Fleming with the rebound. Fans playing a bit of a factor in Myers' empty trip to the charity stripe. Profs up 14, 2.5 minutes to go in regulation as they look to slow it down, and they will. 10 seconds on the shot clock is Fleming. Has it right wing, dribble handoff to Khalif Mears. Attempt to pick and roll. Mears steps inside, dish inside to Spivey. Deflected. Will stay with the Profs. 2 seconds on the shot clock. It's got to be a quick shot or a lob, and it won't be either. Ross, jumper is no good.
Surprised they let it count. I thought it clearly was late, but they just let it play on.
This is up to Justin Blayton. Pull-up jumper is good. Timeout called by Ramapo. They're out. 85-73 Rowan, 2:02 to go in regulation. This is the Roadrunners' last gasp of sorts. I would assume a press is coming. I know what they say about assuming. I would assume a press is coming. Down 12.
Yep.
2:02 to go in regulation. They need turnovers. They need points in a hurry.
They do need. I'm assuming that's why they would call the timeout to set up this full court press immediately. It's their last chance. About to, a little bit over 2 minutes left. Down by 12. There's not enough possessions left in this ball game where you can just keep letting it play out. Because if you do, and the Browns will advance to 9-4 in conference play, which would keep them tied. But all of a sudden, Montclair State, 5 conference wins in a row. I mean, they have come out of nowhere. Yeah. It's them. Stockton has lost 2 conference games in a row, and TCNJ has kind of fallen off a little bit. Ramapo on the verge of losing their 2nd straight conference game, excuse me. So it's really a close race right now in the NJAC, and this would help separate Rowan a lot and put them kind of in Tier 1 with Montclair State, with the other teams in Tier 2.
Right, home court advantage, utmost importance any time of the year, especially in the postseason. The Borough is an intimidating environment when it comes to late season playoff basketball, and obviously that's Rowan's intention to bring it back here, as McCarron will inbound from the baseline. The Ken run after a made basket. Going to spread the ball around. Gets bumped by Jordan Myers. It's the 6th foul on Ramapo in the half. They're 1 away. Rowan is 1 away from the single bonus. This is McCarron inbound from the sideline. Ross catches the inbound. He'll push it into the front court. McCarron doubled, bumped by Peter Gorman.
So now it'll be a 1-on-1.
McCarron 15 points and a board, along with 2 assists. McCarron 5 for 7, all threes. He misses the foul shot. And here come the Roadrunners. Barlow pushing it up. Approaching a minute 40. Blayden takes it up and no good. Rebound to Spivey. Dishes to Mears. Will face an attempted double, goes awry. Mears, one-handed pass through the hands of Danny Fleming. That'll go back over to Ramapo. McCarron hounding Peter Gorman. He has all game. Gorman dishes inside. Myers has Barlow in the corner. His 3 is airball. Rebound to Marcellus Ross.
You have to think Ramapo is kind of just going to let it go out now after that mess up. But as I say that, they're going to set Chris McCarron to the line and force him to make free throws. But Jazir Knoll, who was fouled out in this game, surely has to be player of the game. 25, 5, and 5 efficiently. 10 of 16 from the field, but Danny Fleming, I mean, he's got to be the story of the game, if you will. First game, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And Chris McCarron had a good game as well, and I jinxed that one.
This is the first end of the second consecutive one-on-one. Gorman will handle the rock for the Roadrunners. Under a minute to go in regulation. Steps inside, and Barlow puts the layup in reverse, but it doesn't fall. Marcellus Ross will take a bump from Bladen without a call. Fleming slams it home, and there's your exclamation point. Roadrunners will push it right back up court. They do not want any memories of that finish. Bladen left wing 3 is good. Profs hold an 11-point lead. 34.8 to go in regulation. Quickly into Khalif Mears. 3-on-2 if they won it, but would not be wise in this spot. We'll also dish to Mears in front of the Rowan bench. Profs will be sure to let this run down.
Great win, and like I mentioned, story of the game, got to be Danny Fleming, coming off not playing for, it's 2 years. Has a 19-point game, 9 of 14 for the field, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and like you mentioned, he got that cherry on top, that exclamation point on that nice dunk, the great feed from Marcellus Ross.
Gorman will take the inbound. Bladen will miss the 3, and that'll do it. Your final score, the Rowan Profs 87, the Ramapo Roadrunner 76. Profs advanced to 15-5 overall, 9-4 in the NJAC, maintain a first place tie with Montclair State, who is heating up at the moment. Roadrunners dropped to 13-7 overall, 7-6 in the NJAC. They're fighting for an NJAC tournament spot.
Yeah, all of a sudden they are now tied with Kane for 5th and 6th place, with Rutgers Camden and Rutgers Newark at 6-7, just behind those 2 teams. And all of a sudden Rowan is now separating themselves from the pack. Them and Montclair State now stand alone at 9-4 in conference play. Like you mentioned, Rowan 15-5. They have the best record in the NJAC, but they have a tied conference record with Montclair State now. And just a great win. And it was a team effort. Chris McCarron stepped up. Danny Fleming came off the bench for not playing for 2 years. Khalif Mears did his thing a little bit. Jazeer Noel took control of the game early and often. And that's all it took. And that's why the Profs right now are standing alone at the top of the NJAC with Montclair State.
That'll wrap up our coverage of today's NJAC women's men's basketball doubleheader. Our next coverage next Saturday, February 3rd. Rowan against the Kane Cougars. Women at 1 o'clock, men at 3 o'clock. For Aiden Doherty, I'm Nick Brandt signing off.